about Andrew.
Listen to me. We can't screw around with this. It's too dangerous. Andrew, it's not a game.
Andrew! Stop this right now!
The X-Men collide with the Blair Witch Project for our next creepy adventure. Hello there everyone, and thank you once again for tuning into RealScreenReviews.com. I am movie critic Nick Iacobucci, and our next movie review is Chronicle. This drama and thriller opened on Friday, February 3rd, 2012, and it stars Dane DeHaan, Michael Kelly, Ashley Hinshaw, and Anna Wood. Chronicle comes to us from director Josh Trank, the veteran director of the TV show The Kill Point from 2007, and credited writer on many quality projects. This time out, Chronicle will not only be a test of the young actors involved, but it will also put to the test a freshman filmmaker as well. This tale tells of three high school buddies that accidentally stumble across a remarkable discovery, and in doing so, consequences both good and bad shortly ensue. The three boys soon find themselves bestowed with uncanny abilities, or superpowers if you will, right after discovering this secret find. All of this seems to play out like a pretty cool episode of The X-Files. Well, that's until it starts to play out like a really creepy episode of The X-Files. Before too long, each of the youngsters begins to struggle with their inner Anakin Skywalker, or darker side, and when the lives are spinning out of control and beyond the point of no return, will the darker side of reality become the only side of reality? Well, people, not only did I like this movie, I think that this is near, if not perfect. Filmmaker Josh Trank has taken the found footage genre and combined it once again with teenagers, but this time delivers a very clever fantasy that, in my opinion, absolutely dwarfs big-budget Hollywood films the likes of Hancock or the Fantastic Four. It immediately creates a very sympathetic protagonist and allows the audience to experience his highs and lows as the film progresses. Chronicle also has many standout scenes of action and suspense. As the boys in the film learn and grow with their newfound abilities, you accompany them on these wondrous discoveries. The scenes of telekinetic activity, especially the one involving Legos, were very, very cool, and when they discover how to fly, you might actually say the word "wow" out loud. The action becomes bigger as the story plays out, and a fight very reminiscent of the Battle of Metropolis in Superman 2 is very evident near the film's finish. The problem with the three boys is that they're not anywhere near mature enough to deal with these extraordinary abilities. As they become physically stronger, their common sense and trust in each other begins to falter. The bonds that would have never seemed to break almost shatter by Chronicle's conclusion, and I have never seen a film that's compared to almost everything else. I don't know if this is the X-Men meets Gus Van Sant, or if this is the Blair Witch meets Heroes, or if this is Mystery Men meets Stand By Me, but what I do know is that the end result is pretty frickin' awesome. The strongest aspect of Chronicle is the same thing that made X-Men First Class great as well. It is a real movie first, then it is an action movie, then it's a teenage movie, then it's a found footage movie. This project solidifies itself in the anchor of three characters before any bombs or special effects take over. Each of the three leads brings something specific to a story that would have been very unforgiving to a weak actor. All of the three guys are well above average, and if there was one that would not have been, he would have stood out like an actor from Shark Night 3D. One is a great speaker and one is the voice of reason, but eventually the movie just becomes Andrew's and you follow him and his journey into despair. This film perfectly conveys the effects of being bullied both at home and at school, and not since Norman Bates do you feel such sympathy for a known villain. Chronicle always seems to have just as many moments of humanity as it does bombarding explosions or special effects. At just 83 minutes, Chronicle was spot on with the running time, but if they offer a longer or extended version on DVD, I will most definitely buy it. This is a real movie with a great ending and the first truly great film of 2012. It is an amazing descension into your own mental abyss, and it is surrounded with A+ storytelling and fantastic action sequences. This is a new take on an old genre that Hollywood has run through time and time again and defines the term exhilaration in about a dozen spots. Not since Patrick Swayze and Keanu Reeves skydived 20 years ago in Point Break has a director captured the excitement and thrills of hurtling through the clouds like the Man of Steel himself. Chronicle is tight, suspenseful, and most importantly, it is fun to watch. Nick's Real Screen Review is a perfect 4 stars out of 4 for the newcomers of the extremely entertaining and enjoyable Chronicle. And remember, people, I'm not always right, but only when it comes to the movies, and thank you for your attention.
Just making that sound.
What is that?
All right, dude, we're going inside.
Steve, wait up. Matt, look at this.
Holy